provide an opportunity to know and decide the course of our action very cost-effective manner, and integrate, bring together the global medical community and paramedical community in sharing their journey of challenge, what they are going through today. And I can remember and recollect on our first inauguration where Dr. Pratap Reddy was our chief guest. Everyone knows the slogan of Gita, and very simply he said, if you pray God, He bless you. If you do, He gives you. Nothing is impossible in the world. And information, in particular, knowledge and experience we all gain through over the journey and path of our life cycle can be integrated, can be captured, can be utilized for the benefit of mankind. So as I said, nothing is impossible. It's all we need to have a mindset to do. So with that note, we had a lot of, personally, as a family, I have to recollect to today. It's the second memorial from the website point of view, but the third anniversary from my wife's death. The initiative that we have taken is not simply that we wanted to advertise, we wanted to educate or provide information only. When we came with the stage 4, we have given from the medical oncology side, she'll be living only for 6 months. Surprisingly, she lived for 7 years. So what I mean to say that we can bring the knowledge and the talent, and I recognize at this point of time, I'm humbly say thanks for those contributions that came in our life. Dr. T. Raja, who has done a tremendous amount of effort in ensuring whatever the decision he took works at the very first instant. And so that gave us an opportunity to look at the protocol 18 plus, I don't remember exactly the number of protocols, 20 protocols, administered over a period of 6 to 7 years. Helped us, number one, to make her live for 7 years, and secondly, forged us together as a family and gave us an opportunity to position ourselves how we have to lead the life in absence of her. So the journey which took and the pain which we have gained over the years, and I must say, you need a human touch when you go through these kind of treatments, and in particular Dr. Jayaraj was associated with my wife over the years. All these kind of doctors, medical community gave her a great deal of support which helped her to live and lived her life peacefully and with a quality of life absolutely second to none. What I try to drive here, over a period of time, what we have seen through in terms of the diagnosis process, the possibility of getting treatment and get treated well is because of the effort of the medical community. And wherever the part of the world, you can always bring those knowledge and provide in cases even for the medical people to know more about in their own domain. And all these kind of journey and experiences that we went through, we don't want to lose, and we wanted to capture at the website. We wanted to give the best vehicle in terms of patients to communicate to the doctors, and doctor community can talk to the peers and bring whatever the value or the experience that would be required in solving a specific issue. So that's the input of the whole website. And with that, note, and we are launching into the pediatric segment of the website. We are going to focus only on the oncology and the pediatric cardiology, and bring together the medical community globally. So that's the basic intent. With that, I am also delighted to introduce the Vice Chancellor of Anna University, who is our chief guest of the day. And I just wanted to touch base with him. Coincidentally, he's also from my same college. And of course, I'm a junior. And I'm very happy that a senior of my college is becoming the Vice Chancellor of Anna University. Professor Manal Jawahar is currently the Vice Chancellor of Anna University, one among the top technological universities in the world, and the top technology university in India. He assumed the charge in June 2008. His vision to develop Anna University Chennai into a world-class institution. So you see a kind of an echo. We have to be the best. We have the talent. We have the knowledge. We can just be none, second to be none, actually. His mission is to disseminate the high-quality technical education among the youth and inculcate values and ethics. And from the humanness is his characteristic feature. A man of discipline, Professor Dr. Manal Jawahar, with his sereness and tranquility, personality accomplishes Herculean task in an affable manner. He is benevolent and at the same time an excellent taskmaster. He is a skilled administrator, adept in understanding people and personalities. Simplicity and integrity are the hallmarks of his success. He is easily approachable and highly creative. That's the key of having a higher position and being accessible. He inspires confidence and trust among his peers and treats every individual with due respect. So I'm very delighted to have him here to our chief guest. And as I indicated, I have to still remember I owe a lot for Dr. T. Raja and Dr. Jayaraj, who were not only at the time of treatment helped us in various fashion, and also still helping us as a panel of doctors in oncology segment, helping patients, asking queries globally, and guiding them in a right path where patient can make the correct judgment. And so this website, we are putting as much effort as possible. We have leadership team globally in Houston, all parts of Middle East. And the last 1 year, we have learned a lot of challenges in terms of what needs to be given to the patients and also to the medical community. And we are growing the site and make it very accessible, easier to navigate. And so with that note, I'm very happy to provide any kind of support that would require the medical community would expect from the site, or the patients they would expect from the site. We will do free of cost, and we will see a great deal of change in the way we treat, in the way we gather information and help the patients in the coming years, as we see technology is going to take a vital role in facilitating also the medical community to conduct their business comfortable manner and use their experience and knowledges in an effective fashion. So with that note, I would ask the Vice Chancellor to Kutholike. I'm just requesting you, and also the chief guest in the dais, please help us to light the lamp.
Small request to all of you out there. It would be really helpful and appreciated if you could please silence your cell phone or put it on vibration. Thank you. Okay, now we will move on to the introduction of the first pediatric cardiologist of South India, Dr. Merlin Joseph, who will be introduced to you today by Dr. Sheila.
Before I start the talk about Dr. Merlin Joseph, I'd like to say a few words about Mr. Raghavan, who was here earlier. He might not be known to this audience. He is an engineer, graduate from MIT, and in information technology he has grown to great heights, and is the project director of Emerson's for South Africa, for Africa and the Middle East. The Emerson's itself is a computer-controlled concern which deals with everything under the sun, starting from refineries onwards. It's a $26 billion company. This gives you a background of Mr. Raghavan. His tragedy of his wife has actually motivated him to do something good for the world, and that is how this website has come. And this time it is pediatric cardiology. Pediatric cardiology, we should go back to the days when pediatric cardiologists came to South India. There is a story behind it. There was a young, enthusiastic lady who was in the pediatric department in Government General Hospital, and she became fascinated with cardiology, pediatric cardiology. She decided to go to Great Ormond Street for further studies, which she did, and she came back to do her DM cardiology. She joined DM cardiology against many odds, and she's thankful to the present Chief Minister, who had helped her through all the tribulations. Then she grew up and started the department. She had a fancy for keeping statistical records. She was helped by Dr. Trinyana Samandam in that. And that became the base for the growth of that department in the Institute of Child Health and Hospital for Children at Egmore. And today you can see that it has grown to great heights, mainly because of the base that was formed by Dr. Merlin. The department will ever be grateful to her. The reason we decided on this day to dwell on the pioneers who started pediatric cardiology, not only they, we were anxious to see that our elders were respected. They do not need all this, but we certainly need that just to show to the present world that we have many people who could inspire them. It is for them to find out. This website is going to be a platform where they can get knowledge, where they can grow, they can exchange ideas with their colleagues as well as help patients. This novel idea, formulated by Mr. Raghavan, mainly for the sake of patients, has grown to reach professional field also, and we are determined to see that the pristinity of knowledge and the ethos is not lost. We should grow from here, and that is possible only with the full cooperation from all of us. Dr. Vasudevan, Professor Vasudevan, was the first professor of pediatric cardiothoracic surgery in the Institute of Child Health and Hospital for Children. And he started life under Dr. Sadasivam in spite of many of his seniors who tried to woo him to other specialties like neurosurgery. He decided to stick on to pediatric cardiac surgery. A brilliant student, he made a mark with the examiners. They remembered him for a long time. He went to England, worked under David Hamilton, and became fellows in 2 royal colleges to come back and start the Department of Pediatric Cardiothoracic Surgery. He will be giving you his memoirs, how he started, what difficulties he had. Please bear with us. This is not going to take a long time. We were very particular that our pioneers are respected, and that is why we have called all of them. We are grateful to those who have come. We still extend our hands to those who have not been able to come. This is an opportunity to prove to the youngsters that we have people who could inspire, who could do many things, and the youngsters should try to emulate from them. We have our own difficulties. India may not have brought many discoveries, but nobody can deny that there is a common streak among the dignified professors who are seated here and the pioneers: patient care and ethical considerations. Immaculate considerations was that which brought forth many of them. Now we request Professor Vasudevan to give an account of his memoirs.
And at the same time, I feel very proud to stand before you on this important occasion. See, it's a very beautiful and good thing that Mr. Raghavan has achieved, starting a website for pediatric cardiothoracic surgery and pediatric cardiology. See, my special interest is in pediatrics right from the beginning, and I particularly am happy I happen to be here because the fate or nature, whatever it is, made me the first surgeon to open the pediatric department both in GH as well as in Children's Hospital in the year 1967. Now, to tell you the importance of this website and the importance of our senior professors, many of them are not recognized nowadays at all. You understand? For example, I see Professor Chinnasamy in front of me, an eminent neurologist, 2 or 3 years senior to me. Like that, some of the invitees have not come. Professor Venugopal, he was my examiner for MS. He was my teacher, though I was in Stanley, he was in GH. And Professor A.S. Tambaya, the evergreen, elderly, great professor that GH ever had. Now, all these people, the website is important in the sense that they are recognized. I'll give you one small example. A few months ago, I happened to go to GH and I met a first year student in MCH cardiology. I asked him which year was the first correction of tetralogy of Fallot done. See, for people who are not doctors here, tetralogy of Fallot was blue babies.